Now that we are officially out of the newborn phase, I wanted to share with you our experience of cloth diapering a newborn. So if you're considering cloth diapering or you have a new baby and want a cloth diaper, I hope you find this helpful. And if you don't have a baby and aren't thinking of having a baby, but you're watching this, I hope you find it entertaining and interesting. I have to say, cloth diapering has taught me so much, so you may even get something out of this. Okay, so first I'm going to just briefly share with you our journey, and then I will break down some of my top tips for cloth diapering a newborn. We didn't start cloth diapering until our baby's breastfed poo came in, and that was for two reasons. First of all, this is my first baby. I'm a new mom. I didn't know what to expect in the hospital, so I just decided I didn't want to add any stress to that hospital experience. But you totally can cloth diaper in the hospital. You just bring a wet bag, toss your dirty diapers in, and then wash it when you get home. The second reason I didn't want to cloth diaper in the hospital was because of meconium. If you've never heard of meconium, don't worry. I didn't know until I was well into my cloth diaper research what meconium was. And meconium is baby's first poo. So it's everything they consumed in the womb, and it comes out black and tar-like, so very sticky. Meconium isn't harmful in any way to your cloth diapers. It's just that I heard that it can stain your cloth diapers a little more than just regular breastfed poo or formula poo would. Well, I think in my mind I just thought, oh, my diapers are all brand new, I don't want to dirty them that fast, but stains really aren't a big concern because you just sun them and they come right out. I've done it several times. Not that I deal with stains that much actually, but when I do have a bad stain, which sometimes happens, put it out in the sun for the day and it is completely white again. Amazing the sun is. So yeah, so those were my two reasons for not cloth diapering in the hospital. But I think next go around, if we have another baby, I wouldn't be so afraid to cloth diaper in the hospital, especially because they don't poo and pee that much in the hospital. Our baby also had jaundice, so really didn't poo and pee that much in the hospital. So we didn't start until his breastfed poo fully came in, which was on his 5th day of life. And that day I was so excited. It was his first pediatrician appointment as well in the morning. And so I got up, was ready to diaper him, but we were kind of short on time too because it was really early. We're still, up all night with the baby and adjusting to life with a newborn. So wasn't fully organized, and I rushed to put his diaper on, and somehow I just didn't put it on right or something because it didn't fit right. So the cover went over his umbilical stump, and that's okay as long as it's not touching and irritating the umbilical stump, but I was just a little nervous, especially not having time to really check what was up. So in that case, I just took off his diaper and was like, fine, I'll figure it out later. And thankfully, it was just a fit issue. I had put on a newborn size diaper, so it should have fit, because newborn size diapers tend to be made so that you can put them on your baby with the umbilical stump. Either have a dip where the umbilical stump would be, or there's some that actually fold down or button down so that you can protect that area and keep it clean and healthy. So yeah, my first time putting on a cloth diaper did not go so well, but I figured it out and it was all good after that. And cloth diapering a newborn really wasn't that hard, especially in those first few weeks. Whether you're using a disposable or cloth diapers, you're going to be changing the diaper just as often. Every 2 hours. Basically every time they eat, they poo. So you're changing every 2 to 3 hours, and that's just going to be the case no matter what. I also found it to be extra easy because I'd heard about all these explosive poos. In the cloth diapering system we use, the pre-folds and the covers, we were pad folding them. So I have one here. This is a newborn size cloth diaper actually. We would just pad fold them and lay them in the cover. This is the cover. And so just kind of go right in like that, but on the inside obviously. And I was worried his explosive poos would get everywhere, all over the cover, which is okay. So actually it goes like this. That just means you have to change covers more often. And at first, the explosive poos were still contained. They'd all pretty much just stay on this surface. So I was like, man, this is easy. Not even worried about the covers. But of course, as he grew, so did his poos. Just last week, he had the biggest poo I've ever seen. And I say that a lot because I think his poos just get bigger and bigger. But this one was like the biggest poonami I've ever seen. And so now more often, you know, when he has a very explosive poo, we are changing out covers more often. But otherwise, with this system, you just wipe them down and then reuse them. I'll usually alternate between two until one needs to be put in the diaper pail. So it was really easy. And then starting at about a month old, I think is when I started noticing he's a pretty heavy wetter, which is good. That means he's healthy. He's peeing a lot. But that just meant we had to add more absorbency. So this alone was no longer absorbent enough, like unless I wanted to change every hour. Nowadays, this would just last maybe half an hour. But that being said, though he's outgrown the newborn size pre-folds, I use these as extra absorbency with either another pre-fold or a bamboo insert or hemp insert, whatever combo. These work great as boosters now. With all that said though, I will note that even with his most explosive poos, I've never had poo come out of a cloth diaper. Poo comes out of disposable diapers all the time, but not cloth diapers. Actually, there was once a little bit came out, and that was because I put his most ill-fitting cloth diaper on him. I just kept hoping that that diaper, because I love it so much, I love the company so much, and I just kept hoping that as he grew, maybe the fit would change and it would fit him better. But after that incident, I just put them away. I thought about selling them, but I still really love them, so I've actually turned them into little baskets to hold his other stuff. We have had leaks before, and I've learned that that's always due to a fit issue. If your fit is too tight, you can get compression leaks. My husband always thinks if you put it on tighter, then everything will stay in, but that's not true. So the times we've had leaks, I learned that it was just because I needed to open up the sizing. Although we've had a few like mystery leaks that I still cannot figure out, and I don't know that I will ever figure out, and they come out the back of his diaper, which makes no sense because again, he pees in the front, and then the craziest thing is that the back of his diaper, inside and outside, are all dry. So I have no idea how that happens. One woman thought maybe it was sweat, but I don't think so. And then another woman told me sometimes in just the perfect situation, perfect timing, the baby will pee so fast and you'll just have moved him or he'll have moved himself, and instead of being absorbed, the pee like rolls out the back and through a gap or something. I don't know if that's true or not, if that's what happened, but it is what it is. It's a little leak. It's not a big deal. I've also found though that there have been occasions where I noticed leaks on the side of his diaper, like the side of his onesie will be wet. And I realized at one point that it wasn't actually pee, it was just breast milk coming out of my other boob while I was nursing him. So there's that. But that's basically been our journey. It's not been super crazy. I know a lot of people, especially new parents, get intimidated sometimes to cloth diaper, especially in the newborn phase, because you're just learning so much and trying to figure so much out. But for me at least, I felt like cloth diapering was the easiest of anything we had to do or learn. I definitely struggled with other things, but cloth diapering was sort of my sanity saver actually, because I don't know, I just had fun with it and was patient with myself. Still am patient with myself. So it's been a fun journey so far. I really love it. There's definitely a learning curve, but the cloth diapering community is so great, and it's just fun to play with the different diapers, and it's so hard to resist that cute booty. Like when you're dealing with all the other stress of raising a newborn, keeping a tiny human alive, like you see that fluffy, cute little booty with the cute print, bright colors. It just makes you happy. At least makes me happy. Let me share with you some of my top tips for cloth diapering a newborn. First, when you're building your stash, I highly recommend getting at least a few newborn-sized diapers. Some people don't even think about it and get newborn-sized diapers and then one-size diapers or sized diapers. Some companies do like size 1, size 2, size 3. I've stuck to just one-size diapers or newborn-sized diapers. But the reason I say get at least a few if you don't want to build out a whole newborn-sized stash of diapers is because you don't know how big your baby will be when he or she comes out. And we were expecting an 8-pound baby, but then our baby came 2 weeks early. So he was 6.5 pounds when he was born. And some of the one-size diapers were just not gonna fit him. There are one-size diapers that will fit a newborn, and some you can even do hacks with to make them fit. That being said though, the other thing you wanna keep in mind is that babies are born with really skinny limbs. So ours had really skinny legs, and I knew that was going to be the case, but I didn't expect how skinny they'd be. So sometimes I could fit the one size on him around the waist, but then he'd have a huge leg gap. And you don't want the leg gap because that's how you get leaks. That's why I say get a few newborn size covers just in case, because if your baby comes early or if the one sizes just don't seem to fit right around your baby when they're born, the newborn sizes will fit, and they'll fit to about 12 to 15 pounds depending on the brand. We used ours for 2 months and then had to put them away. Some people use them 3 to 4 months depending on the size of your baby, but you can save them for the next baby or resell them. So the resale value of cloth diapers is high. So either way, I wouldn't worry about building out a newborn stash and wondering if it's worth it or not. I'd say either do it or start with a few and then decide if you need to add. Like we only had two newborn covers when we started. I meant to get 3, but I think the one I wanted ran out of stock. So we had only 2 at the start, and then I realized quickly we need the newborn size covers, and I'm so glad I got them because they also just fit better. The other thing too is that with the one sizes, their crotches are going to be wider. So like with our baby, especially when he became a heavy wetter pretty early, there's a lot to stuff in their little crotch, and to get a good fit you want to make sure the diaper fits in their bikini line. So I mean, it can work, it'd just be pretty bulky, and sometimes you wonder like, does that feel good? I mean, our baby never complained, so I think it's fine, but just you do get a better fit with the newborn sizes. Next, as you're building your stash, if you're considering the type of diaper to use, basically it comes down to these 2 things: convenience versus flexibility. If you just want convenience and want it to be easy, you can get all-in-one diapers, which are diapers that have all the absorbency built into them, so you don't have to do anything. Just put diaper on baby. When it's time to change baby, take off the diaper, put it in the diaper pail, or spray off the poo first and then put it in the diaper pail. The all-in-ones are your most convenient. They're just like using disposables. We wanted flexibility though. With all-in-ones, what I found, especially with the newborn size ones, is that a lot of people will say that their babies will out-pee the diapers very quickly. And with all-in-ones, they're already bulky, so you probably don't want to add more absorbency to them. Although I don't have any all-in-one, so I can't say, but you might be able to add a little booster or something. But I decided to go with the pre-folds and cover system because 1, it's the most budget friendly, it's flexible, and it's versatile. Pocket diapers are also very versatile and flexible because with both of those, you can put whatever absorbency you need in them. It's just more efficient for heavy wetters, especially. Now, in the last month though, I've recently fallen in love with pocket diapers because I accidentally bought one and I just love it so much. I've started adding more pocket diapers to my stash, especially because they're easier for other people to use, especially those who aren't used to cloth diapers. Pocket diapers are like a good hybrid of convenience and flexibility because they are also one-time use. You stuff all the absorbency in the pocket and baby poos on the liner, usually a stay dry liner, although not all pocket diapers are made with a stay dry liner. Once you change the diaper, you just toss everything into the diaper pail after rinsing off the poo. My third tip is to buy a few different brands because you just don't know what's going to fit best on your baby. The diapers I thought I was going to love didn't fit well, and then the diaper I didn't think that much about has turned out to be my favorite. So try a few if you can. There's no perfect diaper. Some diapers will fit better while others don't. Some will have features that you want and others don't. So there's really no perfect diaper, but the importance is getting diapers that fit well on your baby. And that being said, another tip I have is to consider buying used diapers. At first, that kind of grossed me out because I was like, oh, I don't want to use a diaper that some other babies pooed and peed in. But here's the thing, you can actually get sometimes even new diapers, brand new with tags. I've gotten prepped but not used diapers, meaning the person washed the diapers but didn't use them. And I've gotten used but really good condition diapers for really cheap. So if you're not sure what you want to invest in, what brand you want to invest in, or you're just trying to mind your budget, buying used diapers is great. And after I bought my first one, I kind of became addicted to it. I love it. Because again, if you don't like the diaper, you can just resell it. My next tip is to join at least one Facebook group to start. And I would join a Facebook group of one of the brands of diapers that you have. And I say start with one because when you're new, all of it can be a little overwhelming. But these groups are great because even before you start, you can ask questions, and the communities are so supportive and so positive. Then I think when you're comfortable, whenever you're comfortable, join the official chat group of each brand of diaper that you have. And I don't mean just like their business page, but actually join their groups, because those groups are private, although they have many members, and they have rules to keep it safe and positive, and they've become sort of like my mommy support groups, because a lot of people, including myself, have asked questions that aren't cloth diaper related. Some people I've found really find these groups to be very safe environments for them to share information that they don't yet want to share with family or friends, which really impressed me, because I just thought, wow, they're not ready to tell family and friends, but they're willing to tell thousands of strangers on this social media chat group. So join a Facebook chat group. It's so helpful, and especially as a new mom or mom in general, like there's so many things that can feel overwhelming or stress you out, and these groups are really great. Like I honestly first joined and kind of was like, oh, I don't like to use Facebook. I don't really want to be in here, but I knew I had some questions, so I wanted to ask. Slowly I started to realize just how wonderful these groups are, and I've become really comfortable in them and have used them a lot. They're especially good for doing fit checks to make sure you're putting the diaper on right. If you're having leaks and you're not sure why, they can help you there. Wash routines, all of that. They're great for everything. If the lighting suddenly looks different, it's because I had to feed baby, and he's right here. Although I kind of like this lighting, it's like golden hour. But anyways, back to the tips. So know that there's a learning curve with all of it. Laundry, fit, getting the right absorbency. But that's what the cloth diapering community is there for, to support you. My next tip is regarding leaks. I kind of referenced this before. If you have leaks, it's going to be one of two things. Either you've got a gap somewhere or your diaper's too tight. It's pretty much usually going to be about the sizing of your diaper. So either open it up or tighten it up, or if you have compression leaks, sometimes it's that your baby's peeing through the absorbency and you need to add a little more absorbency. So look at that as well. But leaks usually just have to do with adjusting the fit. Now, though my pediatrician says otherwise, what I've learned from the cloth diapering community is that rashes are less likely with cloth diapers, especially if you're using natural fibers. Like we use pretty much all natural fibers, such as cotton, bamboo, and hemp. But your baby still can get rashes, and we've definitely had them. We've never had rashes on his butt though. We get rashes on the front of his tummy, sort of where he pees, and on the thigh, on his inner thighs, basically where he might chafe against the diaper. So what I've learned is that, like for us specifically, our baby has wetness sensitivity. So we now keep a stay dry liner in each of his diapers to help prevent rashes, and we really stay on top of the changing. Also, if it gets too warm, you can get heat rashes. Either the wrong detergent or detergent buildup can also cause rashes. That maybe has been the biggest learning curve, is just figuring out what it is that causes his rashes. But for the most part, keeping him dry and staying on top of the diaper changes has really helped. I've said this in other videos, but one of my biggest recommendations is using cloth diapers. I definitely was not sure that I would like using cloth diapers. It sounded kind of gross to me at first, but they are the most effective way of cleaning your baby's bottom. They just get the poo so much better, and you don't need to use as much. If you're worried about dealing with poo when it comes to diapers, let me tell you, using disposables and disposable wipes, you will get more poo on your hands than with cloth diapers and cloth wipes. I 100% recommend cloth wipes. Even if you don't cloth diaper, I recommend cloth wipes. Whoa! Baby just farted. Don't know if he pooed though. Did you poo-poo? I'm gonna have to check this. Okay, so baby did poo, but we are back and the lighting looks different again because the sun continues to go down. But, like I said, cloth wipes, highly recommend. And you don't even need to go crazy with solution or anything, especially when they're newborns. I've read that it's best to just use water anyway, so even if you use disposable wipes, they recommend using wipes that are mostly made with water. Bless you. Just because baby skin is so sensitive. So we really just use water. If he has a really big poo, then sometimes I'll just squirt a little bit of his body wash onto the cloth and wipe from there. Some people like to put a little body wash into a peri bottle, mix that with water, and just squirt it on the cloth wipes when they need them. That's also doable. You can also use a wipe warmer or some other kind of wipe container to carry your cloth wipes with your solution. Whatever works for you, but I recommend cloth wipes. Also, to make cleanup easier, I recommend using a diaper sprayer or your shower head. We use our shower head because our toilet and our bathtub happen to be right next to each other in such a way that we can use the shower head. And we just have to adjust the setting so that it's on like the super strong stream. Diaper sprayer you can get really easily on Amazon and you just attach it to your toilet. We don't have one, but I hear it's very easy to attach and then it's very easy to use. It just makes spraying off the poo so much more efficient. There have been times where he has little poos and then I'll just rinse them off in the sink before putting it in the diaper pail. And on occasions where I've been really lazy with a big poo, I've tried doing that with the sink and it'll come off. You have to do a little agitating on your own, but it's not as effective as a strong stream of water like you get from the diaper sprayer or your shower head. Some people will also dunk and swish, which is you just stick the diaper in the toilet, you flush, swish it around a little, and it comes off. You need to make sure you have a strong flush though, because I did try it once in a newer toilet and it was like the saddest sight I've ever seen of a diaper. It didn't work well. So diaper sprayer or shower head. And another tip for cleanup is to get a spray pal or spray mate. Now, I don't currently have either, but I'm ordering the spray mate. Ooh, bless you. It's basically for when you spray off the poo in the toilet to prevent backsplash. So the spray pal, which a lot of people have, is like this plastic little thing that you fold around and you just stick it in the toilet. It comes with clips and you clip your diaper to it, then you spray. What I didn't like about that though is that you stick it in the toilet and then I thought, oh, that's another thing you have to rinse off after. And then where do you put it? I just discovered the spray mate and it's basically like a plastic rubbish bin with a hole in it and you can place it on top of your toilet seat. Bless you. And it just makes cleanup easier because for the past 4 months now, I've been just wiping down the toilet and the floors whenever we spray off poo. It's a little bit of extra work, but I'd rather do that than have the spray pal or something to stick in the toilet. When I saw what the spray mate was though, I did kind of consider, could I buy a plastic rubbish bin off Amazon or Target or whatever and just cut a hole in it myself? I probably could, but I figured I'll just buy it. I don't have the time for that. But if you're crafty, you can do that. It also comes with a dish you can sit it on for when you're drying it. So that way it's not just on your floor, dripping wet. It does take up more space, but I think it'll just help with cleanup a little more. My final tip is just have fun with cloth diapers. I think they're super fun. I've come to love testing out different absorbency combinations, trying different things that people say work well. And I think because I've gotten comfortable with the buy-sell trade aspect of this whole diapering world, I'm not as afraid to buy something, try it, and then sell it if I have to. But also like with the pre-folds, the inserts and all that, I know that if I don't like it that much, I will just turn it into a cleaning wipe. I currently have these bamboo inserts that have microfiber on the inside, and they're not my favorite inserts. I don't feel like they're that absorbent, so if I find other inserts that are way better, and I think I might have actually, then I'll invest a little more in those better inserts and turn the inserts I don't love into cleaning wipes, because they'll make great cleaning wipes. So have fun with it. Don't let it overwhelm you. If you're facing challenges with diapering, lean on the communities. One more tip I have is something I didn't have when I started making this video, but we are dealing with this issue now, and it is probably my most important tip, so pay attention. I wish I had known this when we started cloth diapering, because I would have tried to prevent it, and that is detergent buildup. What you want to make sure is that you have a good wash routine and that you're not using too much detergent. If you watched my Diapering 101 video, I might have mentioned a website called Fluff Love University. Great website, but their recommendations for using detergent is so much. It's like double what everyone else recommends, sometimes even more than that. And detergent buildup doesn't sound like a scary thing. It sounds like, oh, there's detergent buildup, so you just rinse it. But detergent buildup is a pain in the ass to deal with, because the only thing you can do is rinse, 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 and agitate and get it out. But oh my gosh, how hard is it to get it out? It took me, and I feel like I'm one of the luckier ones, it took me 6 total hot and heavy washes, no detergent, to rinse it out, plus a hose down, because I did a couple washes first, then I thought it might be faster if I used a jet stream hose and just rinse them out. So I did that. It took me 25 minutes to hose down one pre-fold, and the detergent buildup still wasn't totally gone. And then I finally decided to try to hose down all of them at once in a kiddie pool. And after an hour, I was exhausted, and so I decided to just throw them back in the wash. I figured it doesn't seem like I have horrible detergent buildup, but still it was bad enough to go through all this effort of removing it. And so I put it in the wash for a few more times, and we did a total of 6 hot and heavy washes, no detergent, to remove the detergent buildup. I have heard of people doing it 15 times in the washing machine if you have a high efficiency machine. Others have spent hours in the bathtub just running it under the faucet. So you have to have a lot of patience and time to deal with this, and it is not fun. So in the beginning, in my research, I had heard of detergent buildup, but I really didn't know how serious the consequences were. And what happens with detergent buildup is you can get rashes, or it'll eventually cause your diapers to be less absorbent and even repel water. So in order to prevent detergent buildup, what you want to make sure is that you have a really good wash routine, and you can get customized wash routines in different Facebook groups. And once you have your routine, start off by doing a swoosh test after the first couple 2 to 3 washes. And all you do is get some warm water in a clear bowl. Notice how clear the water is when you pour it in. Then swoosh your diaper in the warm water, agitate it a little, squeeze it, and notice if there are any suds, any cloudiness in the water. I at first didn't think I had that much detergent buildup, and I still think mine was relatively mild, but it still took a lot of work. And that's because I had minor suds, and then the water was a little cloudy, but not horrible. When I hosed off the diapers, though, there are a lot more suds, so I think just the powerful stream really helped agitate out a lot of the suds. But yeah, detergent buildup is a pain in the ass to deal with. And of course you want a good wash routine for other reasons too. You don't want ammonia, you don't want other issues. But detergent buildup, oh my gosh, please try to avoid that at all costs, because it is a pain in the ass to remove. So that is my most important tip. If you ignore everything else, listen to this. And no offense to Fluff Love, but do not follow their wash routine suggestions, because they suggest way too much detergent. These are my tips for cloth diapering a newborn. If you want more information, check out my pros and cons video and my Diapering 101 video. which I'll link below in the description. And also stay tuned for more, because I have a series of diaper reviews coming up. I really just want to be helpful, because I know when I first started cloth diapering, there's so much information, it was so overwhelming. Even now, sometimes when I'm trying to figure out an issue, there's just so much information out there, and a lot of people have different opinions. So maybe this is an extra bonus tip, but know that there are a lot of different opinions, different ways to do things. So don't feel like if you're doing something the way someone says to do it and it's not working for you, that it's just not working or that you're wrong. Figure out what works for you. And no one's ever said that cloth diapering is an all or nothing. Maybe someone has, and if someone has said that, don't listen to that person. If you want to start slow, you can do a mix of disposables and cloth diapers. I know people have done that, and then they found they love cloth diapers so much that they just stopped using the disposables. We always keep disposables for backups. Like, you'll need it if you ever get a yeast infection. He just drooled all over me, and I'm making sure it's not pee, but it's just drool. Or, you know, if you want to use disposables when you go out because it's just more convenient. I use cloth when we go out for the day, and it's fine, but if and when we can travel internationally again, I'll probably use disposables because it just saves luggage space. Like, you can bring enough for the plane ride and then get disposables in whatever country we're in. I like to be prepared, so I always like to just have at least a couple extra disposables, like even when we go out for the day, just in case you happen to have a very bad diaper day and you run out of cloth diapers, it's good to have some disposables. So we always keep extras just in case, and there's no harm in doing it. I've tested out a bunch of more environmentally friendly diapers, so stay tuned for that review as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you're enjoying it and want to know more, please do subscribe. If you're watching this on IGTV, there are videos on YouTube that are not on IGTV, so also subscribe to YouTube. And that's it for now, so I hope you all have a beautiful and joyful day, and I will talk to you soon. Toodles! Bye!